What's up, spaceflight enthusiasts and scale modelers? Welcome to a fleet video. It's your host Ray. In today's video, I'd like to show off my space shuttle fleet as of August of 2023. The reason I'm making this video is because this is the one and only time that all of my space shuttles that I have owned thus far are in one space together. One of these is going out to a customer, and this is the one and only time that I'll be able to have all of these together before I move off to college, and I won't be able to display them together like this again. So I'd like to take this opportunity to make this video, talk about each of them and my experience with them, and just show them off since some of these haven't gotten any camera time yet. So we're going to go from left to right of the display. The first one is the 1:200 scale Hasegawa space shuttle. I built the space shuttle Columbia out of this one. Got this in February of 2023 and finished it in March of 2023. And as you can see, it has the Hubble Space Telescope fitted to it, so it's configured for mission STS-109. Originally, this orbiter was included with the 747 shuttle carrier aircraft over there. However, that kit was the only kit in 1:200 scale that had the proper markings for Columbia and the configuration that I wanted to do it in, which was STS-109 and 107. So I decided to build the orbiter as a standalone orbiter apart from the shuttle carrier aircraft, and then I got a replacement orbiter a few months later. So I'll explain the story with that later. But yeah, this is the first kit that I built to completion. This took me about a week to build. It was pretty fun. This is where I gained most of the experience and tips and tricks about building space shuttle orbiters, and from there, this catapulted the rest of the kits that I got. And behind it is one of my more recent ones. This is the 1/72 scale Revell kit, and of course I built Space Shuttle Columbia. This one was arguably the hardest, most challenging kit that I've built in my modeling career, and I also think that it is my best build by far, because originally I intended this one to be my last kit before college. However, things ended up changing, and that became the Challenger one over there. I'll talk about that one a little bit more later. But yeah, I originally intended this one to be my last one before I went off to college, but yeah, I guess plans had otherwise, and plans said otherwise, and well, I'll explain the story later. But yeah, I'm very proud of this one. It's a very big model, and I think I did a pretty good job on it. It is by no means the most accurate replica in the world. It definitely has its flaws here and there, but nonetheless, I'm still very proud of it, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. Next to it is the first kit that I bought. I'm not sure if I said the Hasegawa one was the first kit. This one was the second kit. This one was the first space shuttle kit that I bought in February of 2023. And this thing is also really gnarly. I did not really find an enjoyable experience building this one because it's just molded and tooled so terribly. And yeah, I couldn't really find any fun in building it. But I still built it anyway because I don't like leaving a project unfinished. And I bought this in February of 2023, tried to build it for a few days, gave up on it, shelved it, built the Columbia replica that I just showed you, the 1:200 scale one. Then I tried building it again, then I got a few other shuttles, and then I finally, on the third time I tried building this, that was in May of 2023, and I finished it after about a month. So yeah, it's definitely not my best model, but I'm still happy that it turned out looking like a space shuttle. So yeah, and of course it is Columbia in the configuration it was in for mission STS-107. On the subject of STS-107, there's the mission patch right there. That was Columbia's final flight before the disaster in 2003, which took the lives of the 7 astronauts on board. And I built this one as a kind of tribute to that, but the other two I just wanted replicas of Columbia because Columbia was my favorite orbiter. So yeah, that's why I built all of those. Also realized I forgot to talk about the Hubble Space Telescope. I got the Hubble Space Telescope because I wanted to build a second 1:200 scale orbiter, but I didn't find any other kits that had the markings I wanted, and I ended up not using those markings anyway, so it really wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, it just came with the shuttle that I bought, and then I built this in April of 2023. Now for the centerpiece of my display, if you will, I've got 3 orbiters and the 747 shuttle carrier aircraft. So the first one we have here is a 1:300 scale replica of the Space Shuttle Discovery. This is a postage stamp pre-built diecast model. I got this in 2021. It was one of the earliest ones that I got, and this is the only orbiter that I have not seen in person, so I really want to see that one eventually because it's America's oldest surviving space shuttle, and it was also NASA's workhorse after Challenger. And next to it is its final mission patch, mission STS-133. Up next, we have Atlantis. This one I have seen in person. I got this model in March of 2022 at the Kennedy Space Center when I went to go see this one, and this thing is just impressive to look at. In the display it's in, it's really nice, and it also has the tribute to both Columbia and Challenger under it, so overall it's a really amazing display that NASA did there. On the left is my entry ticket to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Center, and on the right is the final mission patch for the Space Shuttle program and Atlantis' final mission patch, mission STS-135. Here we've got Endeavour. This is the oldest one in my collection. This was the first space shuttle in my collection. I bought this at the California Science Center when I went to go visit Endeavour in 2021. I think it was, November of 2021. Also a beautiful vehicle. Really cool how they transported it from LAX to the California Science Center. And now they're actually working on the plans to stack it with a booster and external tank, or the boosters and an external tank. So that's really cool. I can't wait to see that when it's done. There's the final mission patch for Endeavour STS-134, and there's a tag for the California Science Center that came off of one of the shirts I got there. Here is the 747 shuttle carrier aircraft. Like I said, I got this in February of 2023. I built the orbiter for it, which ended up being the Columbia replica over there. And then I kind of shelved this one. I built another orbiter, worked on a scale model of the Pathfinder space shuttle, and then I got around to building it in April of 2023. And I didn't have the orbiter for it since I built that one into Columbia, so I ordered a third orbiter kit, and this was just a standalone orbiter, didn't have anything extra with it. And with the markings from this kit, since the 747 shuttle carrier aircraft kit that I got had the markings for 8 orbiters. I think it was 8. Yeah, it was the 6 orbiters that flew, which includes Enterprise, Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, Endeavour, and Atlantis. And it also had the 2 display ones, Explorer and Independence. And Explorer and Independence, they're the same model, because that one's just a mock-up model. It's just they changed the name from Explorer to Independence in 2016, I believe it was. And I did Independence in a flight-worthy configuration. I decided to do a little bit of a fictional paint scheme there, and there it is, sitting on the carrier aircraft. I also decided to add a NASA logo there and the number 905, because this is November 905, November, I think it's Alpha. I'm not sure the exact walkie-talkie code there, but yeah. Built this one, kind of a challenge, but I'm proud with the way it turned out. I finished it, bottom line, and yeah, I think it looks pretty solid. Now for the more fictional section here, we've got 3 Pathfinder shuttles here. This one I haven't shown on camera at all. This is a 1/100 scale replica of the Pathfinder space shuttle from For All Mankind, and this thing is giant. When I opened this a few days ago, I just got this recently, the amount of swear words that came out of my mouth, I'm not proud of, but still, it's a very beautiful looking spacecraft. Definitely better quality than the one that I ordered previously, which is that one down there. But yeah, this thing's a monster. So I will talk about this. I'll make a review video about it later on, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, it's a beautiful spacecraft. And this is the first one that I ordered. Same manufacturer, if you will. These orbiters are made, or these Pathfinders are made in Russia by an individual who owns, I guess, a company or a group that builds replica spacecraft. And these were the only ones that were selling Pathfinders, and I figured, screw it, might as well buy them. And this one I got in 2022. I think it was December of 2022. This one I got in July of 2023, so not too far apart. But yeah, this one is 1/200 scale. They marketed it as 1/144 scale, and I told them about the size issue, and they told me that they fixed it, so that's cool. But still, I like this one because it fits with my 1/200 scale aircraft collection, so I won't complain at all. And lastly, we have one of my Pathfinder builds from the Fantastic Plastic Model Kit. This one definitely has a lot of flaws, but I still built it to the best of my abilities, so yeah, there it is. And down here we have the Pathfinder patch from the For All Mankind Season 3 patches set. I got this in July of 2022. June or July, one of the summer months in 2022. And last and most certainly not least, the 2 Challenger replicas that I have. This is the second 1/200 scale Hasegawa orbiter that I built. Built it right after I finished Columbia, because I figured, okay, if I have Columbia, I might as well build Challenger. And I mean, I really like Challenger, but Columbia takes close first place to that because overall I like Columbia's appearance more. But Challenger, I really like Challenger because of the name. Just the name Challenger screams determination, and I really like that. Anywho, yeah, I built this one as a tribute to Mission STS-51L, the Challenger disaster. That one was also really sad. I wasn't alive for both disasters, so I won't be able to fully understand the true effect of it that it had on spaceflight, the people of the United States, and people of the world. But it's just really sad that people had to lose their lives this way. But still, I don't like to gloss over the disaster. Challenger still had a very fulfilling career in the 10 missions that it had, and I think, yeah, like I said, it's a great spacecraft. There's the patch for mission STS-51L, and yeah, I got this in March of 2023, and I finished it in March of 2023. And last, and certainly not least, is another 1 to 72nd scale orbiter. Again, Challenger in the configuration it was in for mission STS-51L. As much as I love this orbiter, it is departing my fleet very soon because this is the one I built for a customer who reached out to me after seeing my Columbia replica over there, the 1 to 72nd scale one, asking me if I could build Challenger. And I said, okay, I just ran the numbers. I have just enough time to build it. And a week ahead of schedule, I finished it, and here it is. I'm also very proud of this one. One hell of a challenging kit, fittingly named Challenger. And I did eventually intend on building Challenger for my own collection anyway, so once I start building again and I have more space, then I might build a second 1 to 72nd scale replica of Challenger. We'll see where things go. But yeah, here it is. This is actually the reason I'm making this video, because I want to ship this one out pretty soon, so this is the only time I'll have all of these together. I started collecting space shuttles in November of 2021 with my diecast model of Endeavour. I started building kits in March of 2023, February of 2023, sorry. And in the 6 months that I started building kits, I've been able to build 9 kits so far. I don't think that's healthy for a teenager, but I guess everyone has their own thing. I'm very proud of this. I'm glad I had this opportunity to show you. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to build these and collect them. They're beautiful pieces of history and amazing pieces of fiction as well, with the For All Mankind ones. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're wondering if I'm accepting commissions for building space shuttles, at this time I am not accepting commissions. However, later when I figure out my college schedule and I have time, and then I figure out my situation, maybe I will reopen requests for commissions where I will be able to build orbiters upon request. Go figure, I went from building scale model tornado sirens in 2020 to scale model space shuttles. I'm very happy with it, and I honestly couldn't have done this without you guys' support. You guys have been pretty tremendous in keeping me motivated to build these things. Even though I don't really get that much engagement on my shuttle videos, I still get comments here and there, and I always appreciate those. Anywho, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ask any questions. I love to answer questions about these things, because these things have such rich stories, both in their real-life counterparts and the replicas themselves. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Happy collecting. Stay safe. See you next time.